Yeah, what are those called?
Like Mexican giraffes or whatever.
No. They live in Africa.
Or the giraffes.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So they want to.
Look at that. Bro, that's weird. Wait a minute. Is that that's AI, dog. That's what it looks like. The short-necked giraffe native.
This looks more fake.
Really?
Yeah, that looks way fake. They're wearing fucking bowler hats from London.
That's what they look like. No, I think that's genuinely what they look like.
That's the one right there.
That's it.
That's that thug. That's kind of how I'm built.
That is a weird giraffe, man.
They're from Wakanda. I don't know if that's
real. Interesting. Oh, from Wakanda. So they're real.
That's real.
It's definitely real.
Everything, bro. That's the thing. You
can't tell.
Bro, there's no information anymore. It's all just a blender of fucking who knows.
No.
Anything you put into TikTok, the next story, it's merged your last 3 searches into a new Sora is making new things and it looks so real. It's just like I don't even know if information even means. It's just everything feels so bizarre. You know? Yeah. Don't you feel like that?
And it's getting weirder. It's getting weirder and harder to tell what's true.
By the month, it's getting weirder and fast.
Yeah, it's getting very strange.
So you got to lock in. I'm trying to think of the things that just even still feel real to me sometimes. You know.
I think this is a real important time to minimize the amount of time you're online.
Yeah.
This is as things get squirrelier and squirrelier. Check in every now and then, but don't allow yourself to be looking at that goddamn thing all day.
Yeah.
Because that's part of what's wrong with us. Is we're staring at these goddamn things all day, and they're just hypnotizing us with bullshit. And just at the end of the day, you're confused, aimless. You go to sleep, you feel depressed. You wake up in the morning, you get up in the middle of the night to piss. You're like, what is life?
Yeah.
You go back to bed. You're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Those things do that. You take away those things, and life is pretty normal.
Yeah.
They are amplifiers of anxiety.
Oh, that's for sure.
For sure.
Well, it's even like they had that like a lot of these shooters, like people that have like, you know, these young guys who become, what's it called when you see stuff online and it makes you more radicalized, right? How are some of these companies not legally liable? Like if you go to a restaurant, right? And somebody poisons you, you could take something up with that restaurant.
Right.
They poison a bunch of people, may be able to sue the restaurant or have some recourse against that restaurant, the food establishment. But these entities, like these social media places, like if they radicalize someone and they go shoot somebody or something, there's no like accountability for the company. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the company's not radicalizing people, and I think it's a real danger what you're saying, because you know what what you're saying is you're opening the door to censorship. You're opening the door to you, so you can't talk about certain things because these things can radicalize you. Because anybody's definition of what radicalizes people is right. Like during COVID, I could have been considered someone who radicalizes people against taking a COVID vaccine. I could have been seen as a science denier and a dangerous person that has to be silenced. You have to remove them from public discourse. So what you're saying by like people getting radicalized, who? That's the problem. Like who's getting radicalized and who's doing it? And what is the real reason why you're getting radicalized?
Okay,
well, because you don't know who the fuck you are.
So you could be getting radicalized for the better or for the worse, too.
For sure.
So you're just really getting educated, really.
Look, there's people that get radicalized towards, radical ideas of fitness and will and discipline.
That's a good point.
Paying attention to Jocko every morning. You can get, what is radicalized? You could be you could be into radical kindness. You get radicalized to just be kind to people.
Yeah.
It's all dependent upon what are you talking about and who's doing it. So why would the social media platform be in trouble for doing nothing other than giving people a voice?
But the algorithm, is there an algorithm that at a certain
point... That's where it gets weird.
So the algorithm, I think that's more what I mean then, is the algorithm, isn't there some liability to an algorithm? Like
no, but here's the problem. The algorithm amplifies what you like. So you have to decide what you're looking at.
Right.
You have to have some personal responsibility because... Most of my algorithm, particularly on YouTube, is all just stuff I like. It's all fun stuff. It's all interesting. It's all ancient history stuff. Cool cars that people are building. That's it. Yeah. That's most of it. Fights, pool matches, professional pool matches, a lot of Muay Thai. That's all stuff I'm into. It's nothing is... So, why is your algorithm fucked up? Because that's the stuff you're clicking on all the time. And a lot of things... I don't know if you could do it on Instagram. Can you do it I don't like posts like this, where you right-click on things?
Yeah, I think you can. But
I know you can do it on Google Newsfeed. Like,
You and
I'm
I
not
are
interested
adults.
in these things.
Like if it's a young
Right.
person, is there any
Right.
more? Should there be anything? Like I agree, there is a left. It's always personal responsibility, and I think we're probably in a space where more than ever, personal responsibility is going to be start to thin the herd because it's like who can have like control over their own wherewithal, and what they absorb.
Well, we have to learn from other people's mistakes, right? And we kind of are better at that. We're better at that as a society than, say, when societies with alcohol, for instance, than a society where alcohol gets introduced into that society where they don't have a history of alcohol. Generally speaking, that destroys civilizations.
You mean if a place does, like when they gave
Like
alcohol
Native
to those
Americans.
people?
Like the Native Americans. It's a perfect example. Native Americans had no history of alcohol use. United States troops came through, did two things. One, killed 90% of them with disease. So 90% of the Native Americans died from disease because they were exposed to smallpox and all sorts of horrible shit that the Europeans carried over with them. So 90% of them died from that. And then they got pushed into reservations. They got slaughtered by people with guns. And they lost all their land, and then also they get introduced to alcohol. So both everything gets super depressing, and you get introduced to alcohol, and that is devastating to a society. And to this day, reservations have very high rates of alcohol and drug abuse. Very high rates on Native American reservations.
Oh yeah.
But
they're really drinking over there.
But if you look at us. Like regular people, like we were talking about alcohol today, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about I barely drink anymore. I'll have a drink every now and then, and I had one recently, but that's it. Like you can. I know how to do that. I come from a culture of people who drank. It's common. People drink wine with dinner. It's common. It's normal. You figure out how to regulate it for the most part. But there's people who won't, right?
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as when no one knows what to do because you've never had it before. And then once you get it, you're fucked. That's the problem also with censorship. That's the problem with like social media. Like we're the first people to get it. So we're like basically the Native Americans of social media. Like we're getting it for the first time and it's wrecking our society.
Yeah.
Not the same level that it did to Native Americans because it also carries a lot of positives. It does let you distribute information. You learn about things. There's a lot of positives that come with social media. But also, we're the first people that don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
The grandchildren and great-grandchildren of us, they will have a much better understanding of what not to do and what to do. Oh, I have an uncle who is an addict.
Yeah.
He's a Twitter addict.
Yeah.
He's a real problem. All he does is yell about politics. He's on his phone 16 hours a day. He doesn't pay attention to his life. He's losing his job because he's a Twitter addict. There's people like that, just like there's people that are drug addicts. But these are the first ones.
God, I hadn't thought about it like that.
Yeah, we got to learn how to regulate. And I think people are going to learn, like a lot of kids are using apps now that limit the amount of time that they're on their social media for like 1 hour a day. And
Are they? You think a lot of these kids?
A lot
I feel
of
like
kids
they're
are
just
doing that. Kids that want a better life.
Yes.
Kids that recognize that you can waste time, and when you waste time over long, like junior high school into high school, you really start realizing it, and you see the difference between people who don't waste time and really get after it, and people that are falling by the wayside. And that's a pattern that establishes when you're a teenager, pretty much for the whole rest of your life. I knew people that were kind of ne'er-do-wells in high school that really never got into anything, and they never tried hard at anything, and they stayed like that.
Yeah, it's hard to make a change in your life,
Very hard. Very, very hard to make a change in how you see life.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to change your life unless you change the way you see life.
Yeah. Do you let me think about something else. Sorry. Brain sometimes gets hard to like keep going. How were the fights, man? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it's always fun. Madison Square Garden's crazy. It's there's a few buildings in this world that have like a tangible feel when you're in them. Like, whoa, this is the Garden, bro. I've been there a ton of times. I performed there. It doesn't matter. Every time I go there, when I walk into that building, I'm like, whoo, we're at the fucking Garden.
Yeah.
You better be on your P's and Q's, son. You gotta be ready to go.
That's
this
awesome.
is the Garden. I think fighters feel it too. I think
I'm
they
sure.
get extra amped to fight in the Garden.
Yeah, Dustin said that he went to watch the fights. Was there a lot of was Anik there?
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch.
Yeah, Anik, DC, and me.
Let's go.
And Megan was there too. Megan O'Leary.
Megan O'Leary?
Yep.
Oh, she's the
Yep.
best.
She's
isn't
the best.
She?
She's such
How
a
great
good
is she?
person. Her and her husband, they're both
Joe,
salt of the earth.
the best.
The best.
Their whole, I mean, I will say this: they have one of the best staffs of any sporting group I've ever been around in my life.
For sure. Yeah, the UFC staff is.
We
all know each other so well. We've hung out together so long. Like everybody's all hugging everybody backstage. It's a beautiful place to work.
Fun. And Bruce is doing his stretches. There's so many little things going all happening. It's always the same people, you know. And
yeah, we travel around the world together. Well, I don't anymore,
yeah,
but I used to travel with those guys around the world. And they, they'll go from here. And now they're going to Qatar this.
I was
weekend.
Gonna go.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a long ass flight, son.
I know. I went over there.
They're gonna make you put on the outfit.
I put on the outfit already once.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Were you thinking maybe I could live here if I get in trouble?
I thought they were going to take my life and not let me come back. To be honest. Not them, but you just never know in the Middle East what's going on, you know.
Yeah. What does that outfit mean?
It's called a throbe. I think you can see a picture of me in it.
Yeah, I've seen it. They used it to attack you for stuff online.
Oh yeah,
like
look,
you're in the pocket.
Type people. Shit, boy. Look at that
bro.
shit.
Bro, it looks good. I like how theirs has a collar. It's a little more modern.
I think you have to put the head thing on, like if you're like listening to music or whatever.
It'd be a real problem if you're grappling with that thing, though. Limit your hip movement. People can control you a little bit better.
Well, hopefully the person you're grappling with is also wearing it.
That's true, but you're slowing down the game.
Yeah, you're right. The hell of a gi.
You're wearing a bathrobe. You're not even wearing a gi. You're wearing an ankle-length bathrobe.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
That's gonna get in the way.
I was gonna go. I was kind of, but yeah.
Did you like going over there? What was your experience?
Yeah, man, I liked it. I mean, obviously they treat you a little bit different because, you're
not gay.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do like a little bit of a spa day. Maybe like tanning bed, sauna, red light, and a spray tan. Okay, perfect. When you think Palm Beach tan, you think, okay, tan. But no, there's more. It's a whole like beauty day. So sometimes I like to do these little spa days. So start off for a few minutes in the tanning bed, then go to the red light facial, and then onto the sauna. It's a crazy sauna. It does like a million things, and then you end with a salt pod. A little bit, my tried and true, the Palm
saying that. And, just so we got that out there.
Yeah, maybe I want to fly into Sweden instead,
I did any of those countries help with Palestine? I don't know. It was hard to know what was going on.
Well, I think there was talk of. Do you say Qatar or Qatar?
You're right, Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar. Yeah. There was talk in the beginning of them. But this is all the shit of all time that we're gonna take over. We're gonna turn it into the, what did he say? The Mediterranean of the Middle East. What the fuck are you saying? That was one of those things that made people go, wait, is he really crazy?
Right, what's going on?
How are we gonna take over? How are you gonna take it? It's like when he was talking about Greenland. Like maybe, hey, what? Why do they want Greenland? Well, let's ask Perplexity. Why is the
good question?
Ask Perplexity. Why is the United States interested in acquiring Greenland?
I think there's something up there.
You know what I would think?
What?
Let's imagine a world where the climate does radically shift, right? And by the way, I think human beings play a part of it. I've had a lot of these conversations with people, and I saw a video saying how there is in pushing the climate change